Hey everyone! Today we are going to talk about something very important for anyone who wants healthy relationships. It is called the anxious avoidant trap. This is a pattern that happens when two people with very different attachment styles are in a relationship. If you have ever felt like your relationship is confusing, frustrating, or full of tension, this video will help you understand why. First, let's talk about what attachment styles are. Attachment styles are ways that people connect with others in relationships. They start from childhood and usually stay with us as adults. There are four main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and fearful avoidant. Secure attachment is when someone feels safe and comfortable in relationships. They trust their partner and can express their feelings easily. Anxious attachment is when someone fears rejection or abandonment. They want closeness, but they worry a lot about whether their partner loves them. Avoidant attachment is when someone fears being too close or dependent on others. They like independence and sometimes push people away. Fearful avoidant attachment is a mix of anxious and avoidant traits. People with this style want connection but are scared of getting hurt. Now that we know the basic attachment styles, let's focus on the anxious avoidant trap. The anxious avoidant trap happens when an anxious person and an avoidant person are in a relationship. The anxious person wants closeness and reassurance, while the avoidant person wants distance and independence. This difference creates a cycle that can be very frustrating for both partners. Here is how it usually works. The anxious partner will reach out for love, attention, and closeness. They may call, text, or ask for reassurance. They want to feel secure in the relationship. The avoidant partner will feel overwhelmed by this closeness. They may pull away, need space, or avoid emotional conversations. They feel like their freedom is threatened. When the avoidant partner pulls away, the anxious partner becomes more anxious. They try harder to get closeness, which makes the avoidant partner pull even further away. This cycle keeps repeating. It can feel like a push and pull game that never ends. This trap is very common in romantic relationships, but it can also happen in friendships or family relationships. The anxious avoidant dynamic is driven by fear and unmet needs. The anxious person fears abandonment. The avoidant person fears losing independence. Neither partner is bad or wrong. They are just responding based on their attachment style. But if they do not understand the pattern, the relationship can become toxic or emotionally draining. So, how can you know if you are in the anxious avoidant trap? Here are some common signs. You feel like you are constantly chasing your partner's attention. Your partner seems distant or unavailable when you need them most. You argue or fight about the same things repeatedly. You feel stuck or trapped in a cycle of push and pull. You experience high emotional intensity, like extreme highs and lows in your feelings. If you notice these signs, you might be in this trap, but the good news is you can break it. Here are some steps to help you escape the anxious avoidant trap. Number 1. Understand your own attachment style. The first step is to know whether you are anxious, avoidant, or secure. Understanding your style helps you recognize your needs and patterns. You can take online quizzes, read books about attachment, or work with a therapist to figure this out. 2. Communicate your needs clearly. Once you understand your attachment style, you can communicate your needs to your partner without blaming them. For example, the anxious partner can say, "I feel insecure when I don't hear from you. Can we check in more often?" The avoidant partner can say, "I need space sometimes to feel calm, but it is not because I don't care about you." Clear communication reduces misunderstandings. 3. Set healthy boundaries. Boundaries are important for both partners. The anxious partner can practice self-soothing and not rely completely on the partner for security. The avoidant partner can practice staying present even when they need space. Boundaries help both partners feel safe. 4. Practice self-awareness and self-soothing. If you are anxious, you can practice calming yourself when you feel the urge to cling. Meditation, journaling, and positive self-talk are useful tools. If you are avoidant, you can practice staying connected and not shutting down when things get emotional. Self-awareness helps break the cycle. 5. Build a secure base. A secure relationship is one where both partners feel safe, valued, and understood. This may require time, effort, and sometimes therapy. Couples can learn to meet each other's needs without falling into the push and pull pattern. It is important to remember that breaking the anxious avoidant trap is not about changing your partner. It's about changing the way you respond and building healthier patterns together. Now let's talk about why this trap can be so intense. The anxious avoidant cycle creates what psychologists call emotional intensity. When the anxious partner chases and the avoidant partner runs, the brain releases chemicals that make the relationship feel exciting, even if it is stressful. This is why people can feel addicted to the cycle. But emotional intensity is not the same as love. True love is calm, secure, and consistent. Emotional highs and lows can feel like love at first, but over time they create stress and unhappiness. So if you want to escape the anxious avoidant trap, you need to focus on building security in the relationship. Security comes from trust, consistency, and understanding. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, the relationship may not change. In these cases, it is okay to step back and prioritize your own emotional health. Being in a constant cycle of anxiety and avoidance can harm your self-esteem and mental health. Here are some additional tips to avoid falling into this trap in the future. Take time to understand your partner before committing. Look for signs of secure attachment, such as consistency, empathy, and good communication. Learn to manage your own emotions independently. Avoid relationships where one person consistently ignores or dismisses your needs. Remember, no one is perfect. Everyone has attachment patterns, and it is normal to have some anxious or avoidant tendencies. The key is awareness and intentional effort. Let's summarize what we learned today. The anxious avoidant trap happens when an anxious partner and an avoidant partner are in a relationship. The anxious partner seeks closeness, while the avoidant partner seeks distance. This creates a cycle of push and pull that can be frustrating and emotionally draining. Understanding your own attachment style and your partner's style is the first step to breaking the cycle. Clear communication, healthy boundaries, self-awareness, and building security are key to escaping the trap. Emotional intensity is not the same as love. True love is calm, secure, and consistent. If you feel like your relationship fits this pattern, take time to reflect and consider these steps. With patience and awareness, it is possible to have a healthy, balanced, and loving relationship. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment below if you have experienced the anxious avoidant trap or if you have tips to deal with it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Remember, understanding yourself and your relationship patterns is the first step to happiness and emotional freedom. Stay aware, stay patient, and take care of your heart. That's it for today. Thanks again for watching.